moment. And I'll just say, it worked. It worked then on me, and it works now. But I got to ask y'all in the comments, was it cheating for them two to be laid up like that? Was it cheating for this married man and this soon to be divorced woman, but mostly cheating on James's part? Was this cheating for them to be laid up spooning? They didn't have sex, but was it cheating? What are your thoughts?
You asking me?
I'm asking you.
Oh, probably going into the room is what did it. Him going into the room, her being into the room.
Yeah.
So whatever happens after that, depends how bad it's going to be perceived by the other person. But it probably doesn't matter from his wife's perspective, or if she had an actual husband at the time. It wouldn't matter. He was in the room. So, yeah.
He was there.
Might as well just go all the way through with it.
Oh, so they just went ahead and slept together. Might as well.
Might as well, from the way it's going to be perceived.
The two people who were in the room and knew exactly what happened, forget about their ex-spouses, spouses, whatever. Bottom line to me, this is absolutely cheating. This is emotional cheating. This is building a bond that is a romantic bond with another person other than your spouse, whether or not you actually let him put it in. You know what I'm saying?
No, because we say emotional cheating. This question,
and it's
philosophical
physical,
question.
And it's physical. Because you're laid up there. If they were just doing it on the phone, that would be emotional cheating. But this is emotional and it's physical because he literally was touching her.
Should there be a monopoly on emotion, or is it specific emotions?
I don't know about the answer to that question. Is there a monopoly on emotions? I would say it's highly inappropriate for a married man to be spooning another woman while his wife is dying. That's what I would say. That's the hard part. The analysis of what happened here. But the emotion, as a viewer, it makes me be like, oh, he held her. I can't wait for them to actually get together.
All these movies show
right?
is that things aren't just black and white all the time. It's not. We try to make it
But
like
I want
that.
you to know that if you laid up with a married man and you spooned like this, that is cheating, ladies. That is cheating.
Here's the peace of mind and all the happiness that your heart and hand can hold.
So the next scene is Gloria's birthday party. All four of the girls are there and they're having a great time at first, all high energy. And then later, after they're mellowed out from the wine and the drinking, a Rita Franklin song comes on again. And It's Hurts Like Hell is the song that she's singing from the soundtrack. Savannah asked the question about these sad love songs and why they make them. Then everybody starts, coming down and thinking about the state of their love lives at that moment.
But to make you think and believe and dream, you could feel like this.
And then she hits him with, you know what we all got in common? Not that we're successful, not that we have money, not that we're all good, but not one of us have a man.
None of us have a man.
Dang.
And it's just like Bernie is sitting there at that time, just staring off into space. And surely she's thinking about the sad song and the state of her marriage. And I don't know if anybody has ever had this happen. If you've been in a gathering and you're drinking, and maybe you've just been drinking by yourself, and it starts out, you're laughing and you're high energy, and then you wind up crying. And in a way, that's kind of like what's happened here in this scene. All of these emotions.
I think I want to go back because she was drinking in the previous scene. She's drinking in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Was she drinking at the beginning?
Drinking.
At any of those moments where she started burning up the car and all that?
No, she was just smoking when she was burning the car.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Did it show her drinking at all?
Yes.
In that moment. But what it's adding up to is like, dang, is the drinking you're doing is causing you to do things.
Or feel a way.
Maybe in a club they were drinking.
Oh, yeah, they were drinking in the club.
It may not be intentional, but when you do this in movies, you're pointing to something that may be unintended. If it just happens to be drinking, now we got these at least 3 instances of her drinking and making these decisions.
Well, and then alcohol is a depressant, right? And so it does mellow you out and bring you down. And in the beginning, because you're excited at first,
Right.
without the inhibitions, but it brings you down. And then the next thing you know,
Yeah, but my thing is making it look like she's making these decisions because she's drinking.
do you think she would have made different decisions if she wasn't drinking?
I don't know. That's why if you have an intentional story to tell, when you throw things in there like that, then it may change what you
True.
think.
True. I think one thing is that they're supposed to be like these bougie black women. And of course, we drink wine.
Yeah, but what I see is you're drinking, now you're real angry. The scene before, you got this dude up in the room. At the club, you was drinking. You went home with that man that night, possibly. So I don't know.
That's something I hadn't even thought about as far as the alcohol in these scenes.
Me neither.
You hear Bernie starting to vent. She's upset.
That lying asshole messed up my life.
He lied. He ruined her life. She's crying and smoking.
I should call him right now. I want to talk to that bitch.
She decides, I want to talk to that B. And then she decides to pick up the phone. When she's going over to the phone to call this woman, you hear Gloria, like, even though they're all kind of drunk, you hear Gloria and Savannah like, nah, don't do this.
Are you crazy?
And of course, you got Robin, who is just ready for the fight. And she's like, come on, girl. Egging her on to do the most ratchet of things. So then Robin completes the phone call. The woman answers and she's like, hello, John.
Johnny? Hello?
No, it's not John, bitch.
Now, okay, why would you answer the phone and then call out this guy's name?
Because it looks like it's nighttime again, right? He's probably at the side's house, right?
The new side chick.
And he's like, oh, I'm at the office or whatever. She waiting on his call. And this is what's happening.
Congratulations, you made it to number 1.
Congratulations. You just played yourself.
Yes. So, then we see Gloria come and it gets real. And she's just like, this is being childish. It's being ridiculous. So she comes over there and settles everything down. So then it culminates in Bernadine just being kind of like a sloppy drunk in the moment. And finally, they bring in the comedy. And she's like, what happened to the music?
What happened to the music?
Before that, though, what I think is very indicative of what you say, which highlights your mentality, or just kind of what you think and your beliefs. Because she said, I gave him 2 babies. Just that language in itself says so much.
Yeah.
Like, the kids are for him and she did it for him. And then when it comes down to it, he really ain't care about them kids. He
I
just like,
know.
whatever. I'm leaving and I'm going to get my kids to spite her.
It's for show because you got to look like you got the perfect situation.
Yeah.
So 1 girl, 1 boy, it's a perfect life.
But she thought that, hey, because I had the kids, then I think that should at least keep them.
Yeah. Or adds value, right?
Yeah, I've done so much for him. I have 2 kids. Like, what do you think of your
And then
kids?
she says, this woman can't just steal my husband. Like, I did this and she can't just steal him. And yeah, he wanted to go. What you gonna do? And then they go on to listen to TLC's song Creep, which
Irony.
is very appropriate, and then the party just comes back to life.
When it comes to the music, right? Music before was like, all right, this is capturing our emotions and we're thinking about what the music means. And then there's these other times where you have the music and you're really not thinking about what the music means. And they showed that contrast there perfectly. I don't know if that was intended or not, but that's what happened.
Yeah, what is it?
Bernadine's daughter comes up and brings her the mail and stuff. And I don't know what's going on because she's still in her school uniform.
This
I'm
is after
kinda
school.
confused.
She brought the mail.
Oh,
She came
okay.
home. Yeah, and her mother was sick and was in the bed.
Okay,
So
and she was asleep.
yeah. The daughter has brought in this letter, and one of the letters is clearly from James, and we start to hear his voiceover as she's reading this letter that her daughter is distractingly asking questions, but she's focused in on this letter. And so James is like, I waited as long as I could to contact you, but I have fallen in love with you.
I waited as long as I could to contact you. Bernie, I fell in love in one night.
Knock it off, bro.
Basically, he was like, I'm in love with you. And
she basically feeling the same thing.
She's feeling the same and she's eating it up. And this is why I told y'all in that last scene that it was cheating. It was cheating all day long. And now he talking about he in love. Whether he's a liar or not, she's clearly reciprocating these feelings. Bruh. So then he goes on to be like, everything I feel for you, it doesn't undercut the love I have for my wife.
What I feel for you has never undercut the love I have for my wife.
It's something separate. So what is the messaging here? What is the message we're supposed to take away from this?
The messaging is the same way that she can love her 2 kids equally as that he can love 2 women.
That I can love the wife and the side chick
when I
the
have
same.
a new kid. Yeah.
That's what the message is here. I don't like that message.
It's like I understand, but see, what it comes from is her basically saying, how could she basically steal my husband, right? And then you get James come and show you just how.
But no, he's saying that John didn't still love his wife. Clearly he didn't. James is saying, I love you both.
We don't know what he told that lady. Right? But it's basically the same thing. Hey, I love you just like I love my wife. And she fell for it. So it doesn't matter if it's true or not.
I'm just saying this overall message, like to the viewer, the message is like, oh, eat this up, don't be bothered. The side chick, and this is probably what got some folks fooled. And see, this happened around about 1995.